Howdy.
Good morning, afternoon.
What's up, my brunch lady?
I'm just enjoying this Sunday afternoon, morning, and my delicious Bloody Mary.
So I have a little different drink again. You know me, I'm always throwing something
You're
different
always
out.
switching it up, girl.
I know. I have a ginger carrot.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What I have discovered is that I like my Bloody Marys best with the Clamato. And I don't have it all out. I've been using tomato juice, and it doesn't have that zest that the Clamato does. So,
I'll have to share this information with my bartender, Nicholas.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
maybe I need to try a little of that when I go back to the Bloody Mary.
I don't know if that fits with the vegan though, because there is clam juice in it.
Oh, then no.
Yes, I think that might be off limits for you. I'll have to enjoy it. I
kept saying I wasn't going to stay vegan. I was going to go more of a pescatarian.
Yeah.
Because seafood is hard for me to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
But I made a mistake and watched that documentary, Seaspiracy. I don't think I'll be doing seafood. Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. I don't want to ruin your Clamato. I really love my Clamato.
So I think there's something to be said for, not that we need to get into all of this, but your locally caught mom and pop like shrimp boat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But if you're lucky enough to live near the coast.
Yeah. But I will not eat seafood after watching that. It's pretty eye-opening.
Wow.
Pretty eye-opening. I highly recommend everybody watch it. If you care about the environment, watch it.
All right. On my list.
There's my throw out on Seaspiracy.
All right. Gonna watch it. Yeah, I recently this week came across something interesting. It was I tagged it on our Instagram account. They redid, I'm going to pull it up now, actually, because I thought it was so cool.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
So I have to, for those that are local to me, I have to give a real shout out to Back to Earth Compost Crew. I don't know if you've seen their Instagram, but
I look at them and I love them.
Yeah, and they've been working with a lot of our favorite Conshy restaurants, and they collect compost for families, restaurants, that sort of thing. And their heart's in it, and they just do the coolest stuff. I happen to live in the country, so I have my own great compost pile, so I don't need their service, but I almost wish I did because it looks so cool.
It's cool. We compost ourselves too.
Mm-hmm.
But I love what they do. I love what they stand for. I love what they do. It's an amazing group.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so it's in our Instagram story, and it's by 2040 Film. And they redid Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Are you familiar with that? Like the triangle?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a psychological thing about like the basics of, what you need, right?
Okay.
To be happy. Like it would be like food, shelter, love, whatever.
Okay.
And so they redid it, and it keeps ending on me, but use what you have is first, borrow is second, swap is third, thrift is fourth, make is fifth, and buy is sixth. So it's just a cute little.
Love that.
Love there you go. My fingers on it so it won't disappear, but I just thought that was super cool. So check out our Instagram. It's in our stories, and just a neat perspective on things. Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's always good to have those little reminders of when you're making your daily choices, just see if there's a better one.
Goes back to that voting.
Yep, dollar votes.
Dollar votes. Some money makes the world go round.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about that quite a bit this week, and I thought the thing I like about dollar votes is it's empowering. Especially, like I would always tell my kids, like when you spend $1, when you spend your dollar. You're casting a vote for, the way you want to live and what you want your future to look like and what you want, manufacturing to look, what you want your environment to be like. And the one thing I didn't really consider, and it was probably very obvious, was that it's empowering, especially for younger children that can't vote, to realize the power of that dollar and how you spend it and how you choose to spend it.
Right.
And I think that's why they liked it so much, and I liked it so much. So even though you're not, you're still voting, even if you're not of age to vote, you're just voting with dollars. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, dollars talk more than anything. And I learned that, when you when you watch these documentaries, like Seaspiracy, and there's some other ones that we watched that had us go vegan and decide to give it a shot. It's amazing what money does. Money can do so much good, but unfortunately, greed is such a powerful thing that it does so much bad, and you don't think about it. Like you go grocery shopping and you don't think about when you buy that fish or whatever, the whole truth about that fish. It was eye-opening. But I love that they put that together. That's pretty cool. The pyramid there.
Yeah. I always had like a weird viewpoint. I don't know if I should share it here. I think I'll share it. So about hunting, right? So, I grew up in the country, and my family did not hunt, but my immediate family did not hunt or believe in it or, do any of that stuff. However, my extended family, there's a lot of hunters, almost everybody I went to school with, you hunted, that's what you did. And it was, unpopular, let's say, like in certain circles and environmental circles. When I had my kids, my husband hunted, and I was always a big believer in not shielding kids from the reality of hunting and death and how we get our food. I said, if you're willing to put that in your body and eat that, it should be real where it came from. Like you should know where it came from. Like It is brutal. It is brutal. But if you're going to eat meat, you should be able to accept the reality of where it came from. Right. And I always got a lot of flack for exposing my children to that. But,
yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah. And they both eat meat. So.
and that's, hey, there are many, many people that do. And I'm not one to push my beliefs on anybody ever. I just always say, just take a look and a listen. And when you watch and listen to things, they affect people differently. It's like, how many times do we say you and I can read the same paragraph and come out with two different, thoughts on that paragraph we read. But I just never thought about it. I never thought about things like they talk about the feelings that fish have, that people say fish don't feel, and they actually feel more than we feel. And I was
no,
God,
don't hear it.
Stop it. I can't. Yeah, it's crazy. When you put science behind it too, it's crazy. Yeah. So this, when you get the science, it takes away the little beliefs. It's not just a belief, it's an actual scientific fact. So anyway, but I'm always like, educate yourself. And if you educate yourself on those things and still feel strongly about what you do, that's great, But I agree with what you're saying. Know what you're doing and know that your choice is an educated choice. Yeah. Okay, we just did a little preaching.
We all love to fish in my family, so
we just did a little preaching there. Listen, I grew up eating seafood. I live for seafood. Sushi, seafood, live for it. I've definitely decided I'm sticking to locally sourced mom and pop out there getting it versus any other kind of, we've been a lot of that too, wild caught, but even the wild caught, I learned a lot. But I grew up on it, I love it. Yeah. I grew up on it. It is what it is.
Everything in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. Like you said, if people are educating themselves and they know the reality of it and they're good with, whatever choice they make, awesome. I
Yep.
think that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful. No matter what side you fall on, and Molly and I fall on very different sides. So yeah.
With a lot of things we do, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we love and respect each other. Okay, great. I got to throw this out there.
Yeah.
I had so much fun on Resale Therapy again this
Oh my
week.
gosh. Oh my God.
I really am looking forward to it on a weekly basis now.
Yeah.
Like when we first started doing it, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's so much work. I have so much to do to get ready. I got to get, oh my gosh. Like there were so many things that it was like, oh, it's coming up. Oh, now I'm like, oh my gosh, when's Thursday coming? When's Thursday coming? I can't wait to hang out with my people.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Resale Therapy is our live sale we do on Facebook every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's all, new items we're getting in. We, put them out to we like to call it our Conshy family. So it's, friends and family. We like to give you the best price at the stuff and get the first look at the stuff that's coming in before it goes out to the rest of the world, before we list it for sale. So that's kind of what we do there. And it's definitely turning into a lot of fun.
It really is. The chatter that's going on and the relationships that are being built between customers that have never met, yet they've got these now. They're really back and forth with each other. And, I think they're starting to look forward to connecting. Oh, there's Paula. Oh, there's Jane. I
did have a favorite thing that happened this week. Do you know what it was?
I have no idea.
It was your husband made a cameo to demonstrate some exercise bands, some resistance bands. So if you haven't seen it, check that out. It was awesome. I mean, he really did a good job. And
I was not expecting that, because he was downstairs and all of a sudden he pops up in my doorway and he's like, I'll do it. Because you had said, now I'm waiting. What did you say, Molly? You have to demonstrate. And I was like, I'm not demonstrating. So he was downstairs watching a show, but had the live on his phone. And so he came running up in the doorway and he's like, I'll demonstrate. I'm like, okay, hold on, people. We got somebody to demonstrate.
That was so good. That was so good. Yeah.
He's a nut. He really is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good nut. But
he's a lot of fun. He's always, always makes things a little livelier, right?
A little livelier. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So his name is Nick. So we every once in a while we give him a couple of Nick's picks, where he picks the items you're putting out on Resale Therapy. So
yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it might be time again.
Maybe I'll let him do it this week. Maybe this week will be Nick's picks.
Nick's picks, yeah.
And let him decide what's going in the sale. Let Nick decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I really love, we keep saying community has always been what Conshy Consignment's about from the get-go. That's why you started the business, was about the community. And so being a part in the way times have been, this Resale Therapy thing has really brought back that feel of community that we've been missing. I love it.
And I always need a little therapy, if you guys haven't noticed.
Oh my gosh. Don't we all? Seriously. I got to tell you, if you say you don't, we need to talk. Everybody needs a little. Come on now. Everybody.
I always say if I was wealthy, that's probably, I would meet with a therapist like once a week just to chat and get my head on.
I was waiting for you to say daily.
You know what I did? I was thinking like twice a week. Daily might be a bit much.
If it's a good looking therapist, twice a week.
Oh, that's a different kind of therapy, baby.
That's a whole different kind. I'd like to see your profile shots first before I sign.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, and speaking of love, you may notice my button I have on. Is it backwards in the camera? Or can you read it?
No, I can read it. I can read it.
So, for those of you that don't know, we had a little bit of a crazy time. What was it? I don't know. 4 months ago, we got about 2,000 buttons. 2,000. There may have been more. I don't know. Whole lot of buttons came in, and this is the one I kept.
And for those of you listening, it's the pin back kind of buttons, not buttons that put your shirt clothing together.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the pin backs. Yes. So this one I saved for myself because we decided to go ahead and consign the 2,000 buttons. But mainly we decided to do it because it was a woman that we know well, and she's consigned with us since the beginning. She used to work in a button factory, which, oh my gosh, how cute is that? Right? Crazy. So yeah, I just had to do it. So we took all these buttons, and shout out to my mom. My mom sorted them, photographed them, grouped them, did all this amazing work with them. I don't know if she'll ever look at another button again.
That was quite an undertaking.
But they've been selling like crazy. A lot of them are political. Some of them were a little racy, and we couldn't, put them up for sale. But, that's for another podcast.
But we've enjoyed laughing over them and sharing.
We did. We had a couple of
good laughs ourselves. Yes.
Yeah. So we put up all these buttons. They've been selling. So this week, I had a woman reach out to me, and she was putting offers in on all these buttons. And finally she said, I am a retired social studies teacher. I'm pretty sure she's in Georgia. And she started a young collectors club that specializes in political memorabilia. And she needed 100 buttons. Yeah, so she bought over there. By the time she was done shopping, there were over 100 buttons. So it took me like 2 hours to, pick out which ones and make sure everything was, spot on for her order, and off they went. So I did put a note in her order and asked her for some photos of what she's going to do or her club, and just see where they end up. But
that's great.
Yeah.
So y'all, after all of that Libby went through shipping those 100 buttons, today she's live still wearing the I love my job button.
I had to dig this out for my winter sweater, because when we started on this project, it had to be January, February. It was cold out. So I had to find my sweater that I still had it on. I'm like, I need to wear this because, yes, I do love my job.
She still loves her job, even after processing 100 buttons in an order. Yeah. She still loves her job.
Yeah. And they're still selling. Yeah. A lot of the political ones. Yeah. A lot of the political ones.
It's crazy how many have been going. Yeah. So, and speaking of buttons, I've got more Disney pins to list. Remember, I had that whole lot of Disney pins.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a lot more of the Disney pins to put out online. So I listed a few the other day, but I have a ton that I have to get out. And it's that same kind of tedious, every pin has a number and a history and a series, and it's tedious. But
I was asking you if you wanted to do one more grab bag in the Resale Therapy before you get them all up.
Oh my gosh, yes. So for you guys from that haven't been to Resale Therapy, Libby had the brilliant idea a couple of months back. Maybe it was our second Resale Therapy episode we ever did. And I was processing pins, Disney pins, to do a grab bag as part of the sale. And it was brilliant. So it's like a set price, and you just can grab bag as many as you want at $9 a pin, free shipping. And so I put that out there, and people would buy the pins, and I would just randomly grab and ship a pin, or 5 if somebody wanted 5. Yeah. So with this lot that I have now, I'm going to do one more. I shouldn't say it like that, because goodness knows I'll say one more this week of a grab bag, and somebody will come bring me a whole nother lot of pins. But I'm going to do one more this week of the Disney pin grab bag.
I love that. I had such good memories of Disney pins and doing that with the kids. Oh God, it was so fun. Yeah, it was so fun. And I'm just like I remember when we went to Disney when the kids were, I guess Emma was like in kindergarten. Avery was, 3 or 4.
Mhm.
And I was such a stooge. I was like, man, I don't want to go to Disney. Like, gosh,
It's
like
a
I'm not into
magical place.
cartoons or animation. Like, it's just not my thing. And I was like, oh, and we were going with the whole, like, my sister and her kids. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to make the best of it. You know, the kids should get there. It's very interesting. Oh my, I had the best time of anybody on that trip. I just learned so much.
It's so
And
much fun.
Epcot is just, oh, I just love
Epcot's amazing.
it. Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah,
you can
we're
drink
all like,
around the world.
yeah, and we're all like very into science in my family. Like we just love science and biology, and so that was just a treat. The hydroponics and the kids. It was, oh gosh, it was so much
When
fun.
you say that, I can smell it right now. What it smells when the boat goes into the hydroponic gardens, and it has that earthy smell. That's so. I love that. Love it. Love it. So then you go through that, and then you go upstairs and eat in the restaurant where they use the fresh ingredients from the hydroponic garden. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really.
Love me some Disney, but I got to tell you, I like going to Mexico and drinking their margaritas. They got some good margaritas.
Oh, I didn't do that. I did not.
Did you do the boat ride in Mexico? The boat ride is fun.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do the boat ride and then go there and have some. Well, they have the outdoor margaritas you can get just out on the street side. But then you get the restaurant, has them too. But the ones out on the street side are really good margaritas. Margaritas are my favorite drink. Right? So.
We should, the heck with Bloody Marys, we should have done margaritas.
Margaritas. They're my favorite. They're my all-time favorite. Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh my gosh, now you're making me want to go back to Disney.
I don't know if I'll ever get back, but that's okay.
Sure you will. Sure you will. You'll have grandkids someday that you'll go with.
Yeah.
Granny.
Let's not rush things along here.
Granny.
Let me get my kids raised and out of the house first, please.
Granny. You'll go back. You'll go back. Have you only been the one time?
Oh no, I've been lots of times.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Because you got to go multiple times.
We had cousins that lived outside of Orlando growing up, and was my dad's aunt and uncle, and they were older, and we would drive down because we would drive down like some kind of junker car. I don't even know. Sister and I in the back, and it was a 20-hour drive. And, my mom and dad driving, the cooler packed, we'd have all our books to read. And it was an experience. It was an experience that I'll never forget. And the one time we caravanned with my cousins. So they were in the car, either in front of us or in back of us. It just depended where we were, right? So we had this 20-hour ride. Maybe it was more than 20 hours. But anyway, it was by the time we were done with it. So they had their caravan, we had ours, and it was before cell phones. And we would hang when we had a stop or do a rest stop or anything, we would hang our walkie-talkie, our Fisher-Price walkie-talkie out the window until they saw it and waved theirs back. And then we would talk on the Fisher-Price walkie-talkies.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Which the actual walkie-talkies that we used are for sale in our eBay store right now.
No.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was such a disaster, but something, we'll never, any of us that took that trip will never forget.
We always drove to Disney too, but it was a heck of a lot closer for us than it was for you. But we used to take driving vacations because my mother would never fly. So all of our vacations, no matter where we went, were in a vehicle. And sometimes they were like, we'd do 2-week road trips through to Texas and the Grand Canyon. We go to Arizona. We'd go and you're in the car, constantly. My brother and I in the back beating the tar out of each other.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
he crossed my line. He crossed the middle line. He put his hand over here.
Oh, remember that? Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Tiffany's never been to Disney? Oh my gosh.
Any desire to go. Tiffany, I'm telling you, here's your choices. You can go and really love it. You can just buy a Disney pin from Molly and pretend to love it.
I love it. It's one of my favorite places to go, but you have to go at the right time. And that is
Yeah.
not when school is out. You do not go when school's out.
I've only been in the summer once. I think every
Yeah.
other time we went during
Yeah,
when
you
school was-
gotta take the kids out of school and go during the school year.
Yeah.
And that was our thing always with Cal. As long as his grades were good, we didn't have a problem pulling him out to go to Disney. There was one time we were talking about it and he wasn't doing well in school, and so we didn't go. And we said, I'm sorry, but your grades are not good enough to take you out of school. You can't afford to miss it. Yeah.
Ouch.
Love and logic. Love and logic.
What it is. New York is my spirit animal. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my spirit.
That's what we should do. If you were a Disney character, who would you be? We know Tiffany's now.
Tiffany would be Eeyore. Who would you be, Libby?
I have no clue.
I'd be Maleficent. I'd be
You'd be some kind of princess.
Yeah, Maleficent was the evil.
Yeah,
Maleficent.
no, you're not evil.
I would be Cinderella.
I think so.
Although
Yeah.
I always loved Ariel. The Little Mermaid was my all-time favorite.
Hmm.
I might have to go with Ariel because I'm a Pisces and I love water. Water's
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Ariel.
All right. I'll allow it.
So how about you? I'll be Ariel. You'll be.
I have no clue. I haven't even seen like 90% of Disney movies or anything like that.
I can like sing all the songs for you. I can, yeah.
Yeah, I was never like into all that. Yeah.
Cal's very first Disney movie trip to the movie theater was to see Nemo. So Nemo always has a special place in my heart because it was Cal's very first go to the actual movie theater and watch a movie. And daggum, if that kid didn't flip over a rail and land smack on the concrete.
Of course he did.
You want to talk about parents?
Of course he did.
Of course he did. We were up, we were in the seats where the rails that look down at the handicap spots below us.
Mm-hmm.
And he stood up and was flipping, hanging onto the rails and flipped right over and went bam. And we're like, and you want to talk about Nick? Nick scaled that thing and got down there in like 0.2 seconds and grabbed him and went running out. And as they're going out, all I hear him screaming, Nemo, Nemo. He didn't care if he was bleeding. He had to come back in, and Nick was trying to see if he was okay. And he wouldn't stop crying until Nick brought him back in, and then he was fine. But I'm like, sit your butt down.
Yeah, I've seen Nemo 3,000 times. I've seen that one 3,000 times because that was Emma's favorite movie. She would just watch it. Just, one of those movies.
The Little Mermaid is probably my favorite. And Cal loves Moana. He thinks that's great. Cal will still watch Disney movies with me today. He loves Disney movies.
My mom was saying, what's the recent one? Coco, the one with Day of the Dead.
I haven't watched that one yet.
She said it's absolutely incredible and gave her like a whole new respect for, Day of the Dead and what it was about. And she didn't really know much about it. And she said it was absolutely just amazing.
All right. So you want to know how silly I am? I get very moved by the whole process. Like when I think about, and I get this way when kids perform, I am not a crier. You know that. I only cry when I get really, really angry or frustrated, but I'm typically not a sentimental crier like my husband. My husband can watch a sports show and you look over and tears are pouring. He cries at everything and I don't. But I get so moved and cry when I think about when I'm watching a Disney movie and I think about all of those adults that put so much into entertainment for children. When you think about full orchestras are making the music for that powerful children, like I get really, I don't know. I just think it's pretty amazing what goes into those feature films, those for the kids. And it just, anybody who puts that kind of effort, and granted, a lot of them are trying to do it because they're getting paid, right? But I just think it's pretty cool what goes into creating The Little Mermaid, But The Little Mermaid's my all-time favorite. I love it.
I'm going to have to see it. Oh,
Love it, love it, love it.
boy related. Love the Lion King. Tiffany loves the Lion King. Yeah, I never saw that either.
You haven't seen The Lion King? You got to watch that. That is so cute and funny. So the funny thing is, I'm telling you, Cal watches them today. Well, now he watches the movies and starts laughing. He's like, I never got that. That is total adult humor. Like,
Yeah, there's so many levels,
like,
right?
as
Yeah.
a kid, I didn't understand what they were saying. Like Shrek. I mean, I know Shrek's not Disney, but we did, he was into Shrek, and we went to New York and took him, and stayed for the weekend. My brother actually, I think for Christmas one year, gave us a weekend in New York, and because he lived in Hoboken at the time. And so we took Cal, it was his birthday. And so we went to Manhattan and got tickets and did a Broadway shows. And we went to Shrek the musical right when it first came out. And he loved it, loved it. So, but recently he watched it and he was like, I totally didn't get it.
Yeah, there's a lot of adult humor in that.
I said, why do you think we love taking you? Come on. Before you were born, I was borrowing people that I knew's kids so I could go watch it because it's hilarious.
Oh gosh,
so
I love
funny.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shrek had a lot of them that he thought, he was telling. I won't repeat it all here, but just even the Lord's name, the guy that plays the prince. I mean, he just was like, I get it now. And we would sing the musicals in the car. We always had all the CDs to the musicals and would sing them on road trips. And he totally didn't get what he was singing until later. And then it clicked. So. Fun stuff that's pretty talented, that you can make kid movies that are appropriate, but put just the right amount of humor to get the adults into.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what else did we need to discuss?
Tiffany's still watching The Lion King. Yeah. I don't know. What do you have going on this week? I know what I have going on. And I'm like,
what?
That face I just made is exactly how I feel about it. I have a large consignment, and it's all home goods.
Mm-hmm. And you love processing home goods.
I can't wait until Polly's done with school for the year, because that's her forte. She enjoys doing that much more than I do.
So she can take over your home goods. I like doing home goods.
She really enjoys it.
There's really not much I don't like. The only thing I don't like is the dressing and undressing of a mannequin. I like when the mannequin's dressed, and I love to take pictures on the mannequin, but it's the taking off, putting on, buttoning up, unbuttoning, that process.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I like doing clothes.
That's
and I love researching like some of these home goods. Wait until you see. I might take a picture of because I have it all in my dining room right now. Like I took over the whole dining room with this lot. So I can sort it and research it. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of research. Because it's a very.
I saw some of the artwork that you just put up. In fact, one of them I'm kind of eyeballing, wondering if I should.
Which one? The watercolor with the onions?
I like the watercolor with the onions, but I like the cool one, the yellow on it and the black lines. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, it was Joan Miro.
Yeah.
What is it called? Something the gold of the blue. The gold.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool.
It's called. Yeah. It is. I've already got an offer on that. It was a little lower than so. Yeah, I got an offer like almost as soon as I put it up.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe I won't get it.
Because of the size and the glass, it's expensive to ship artwork. Mm-hmm. And they were, I think, in Tennessee. So maybe that's why they were giving me a lower offer.
Well, if they're in Nashville, you can hand deliver it.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't even think of that.
If they're willing to wait till the fall or anywhere between Johnson City. You have to look at the road trip area and say, I'm willing to hand deliver it if you are willing to wait till the girls go to Nashville.
I might, yeah. That really spoke to me. But the other one was was that onion, that watercolor onion, and it was, what was Mary Noak? I guess she was an unknown, like relatively unknown painter. She's not any. I mean, I researched and researched. I couldn't come up with anything on her, but it was this original signed watercolor, matted and framed, and it's an onion. It's
And it was so
like onions.
Did it make you tear up?
Good one. Good one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to.
But it doesn't go with any of the colors in my home, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I did look at that one and I love watercolors, but I really thought that other one was pretty cool and unique, but I really don't have a place in my house for it. It would have to go in my office.
It is, and apparently I had never seen it before, but it's a very popular print. Very popular.
Well, I'm curious to see all the home goods you got in that you put up. We just did our home goods. I just did the video yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention
all that.
Well, you just have to do another one in a couple weeks. Yeah, Molly did this really beautiful video. It's on YouTube or Insta or Facebook, wherever you want to see it, all about what's in Conshy's closet. And it's all about some of the really neat home goods we have in stock. And
it's not all of it. It's just little
it's just
samples.
little pictures.
Some samples of some of the
I wanted to like redecorate, seriously, after I saw that. I wanted to redecorate.
Like there's something for everybody. That's the thing I love too, is there's something for everybody. Like when I was going through all the candle stuff, like we have candle holders, vessels for anybody's style in stock. Anybody. Like it was crazy.
There's a pair of crystal, are they water? I think they're Mikasa. They're Mikasa. Art Deco glass, clear crystal candle holders that are just, I'm not big into candle holders, but these Art Deco ones are just
really cool.
To die for. Oh, I love them.
I'm still eyeballing
over clothes too.
I'm eyeballing that gold I have.
Oh, the ones I had in Resale Therapy a couple weeks ago?
Like an urn? The one that's like an urn. The one, not an urn, lantern. The wire gold.
Does it have like star perforations?
It's wire. Wire. You've had it for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
I'm eyeballing that. I might do that. I don't know.
That's pretty. I think that came in from not the most recent interior designer we had, but another interior designer. She was redoing whatever she used, whatever she had in her stock, and that was one of her pieces.
Cool.
It's on the larger side. It's pretty dramatic, so it would be a little hard.
I was thinking I'd put it at my fireplace, on the base of my fireplace.
Oh my gosh, that would look beautiful. All right, I'll bring that to you next time.
Before your next trip, I think I might be buying that.
I think that would be perfect there. I think that would be absolutely perfect. Yeah, awesome.
So yeah,
glad we can do a little shopping in here too.
I know. I always shop before you come visit. Always. That's always my thing. But when you're coming, I'm always like, wait a minute, let me see what I want you to bring me. Let me see what I want to buy. So that's the best kind of shipping. Hand delivered.
Yep.
White glove experience.
White glove service. Yep, absolutely.
You were asking what I'm doing this week. I am working.
Yeah.
Working. So today it's kind of overcast, but there's a vegan food truck that's going to be at a local brewery downtown. So I wanted to go. I think we still might, because it's not raining. It's just overcast this afternoon, because they're there from like, I don't know, 2 to 8 or something.
Oh, neat.
I thought it'd be fun to go down there and sit outside and have a couple of beers and eat from the food truck and pretend like we're 30 again.
Yeah. Oh,
I like to act like I'm young and hip and cool and go downtown and hang out with the youngsters.
All right. Enjoy.
Because my body says I'm one age, but my maturity level says, oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, that's okay. Keeps you young. Keeps you young.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be my fun for today. And the rest of the week is really work, getting ready for the next Resale Therapy, doing some content creating, all that fun stuff.
Any teasers for what's coming up on Resale Therapy this week? I'm going to try to get some of those new home goods in there.
So last week I did no clothing. Actually, this week I was going to tell you, but I think I'm going to let Nick pick. I'm going to do a Nick's pick this week. So I don't know what's going to be in Resale Therapy because it's a Nick's pick week.
All right. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I mean, we could have a dog leash, a mermaid tail, clothing. I don't know, but I'm going to let Nick pick.
We don't know what inventory we'll have, but we know we'll have fun.
We know we'll have fun.
Right?
Yeah,
and then should we let slip about what we're planning in June?
Oh,
Or
sure.
should we put that on the back burner for now?
No, why not?
All right, well, we have 2 things coming up in June, but we're only going to announce one of them. So we're going
to announce so that I know you're announcing the one that I would announce.
Well, we're going to be bringing in Resale Therapy. We're going to bring it over to Instagram in a little bit of a different format. It's going to be like a quickie Resale Therapy. We're going to be doing that a little bit different, all different items. And we'll be doing that every Thursday evening, and it'll be starting at 8 p.m. Thursday evenings in June. So you're going to see some announcements coming up for that, and we're really looking forward to it.
We're a little crazy. What can we say, Z?
Yeah,
we're a little crazy. We just have so much fun with it. So why not hang out with our Instagrammers too? I think so. Fun stuff. All right, I gotta go.
Idea, so if it doesn't work out,
things that come out of Molly still hasn't learned that if I put it out there, Libby takes it in and makes it happen. I need to stop. I talk too much.
Well, we have, and then we'll have our other announcement coming up in a couple weeks. Yep. And this will be more of a what do we want to call it? An inventory item. It'll be more of an inventory
show and tell.
Yeah. But it'll be awesome.
All right.
We need to spend money.
We like to give you plenty of options. Plenty of options. All right. I'm going to go because I want to go get ready. I'm going to photograph a few items, and then I'm going to head downtown to hang out and pretend I'm in my 30s. I'm going to pretend I'm 27. 27 feels right today.
All right. Well, enjoy. I'm going to go research some really cool pottery and home goods. So
I might borrow a dog. I think I need a dog. Don't you usually need a dog when you go sit outside at those brewer places? I think I might need to borrow a dog and play some cornhole.
You can't borrow mine because he is not fit to take out in public.
No, I want to borrow, I need a golden retriever. I think they fit the bill down there. And I need to take a golden retriever and go hang out at the pub, and I'm going to play some cornhole and listen to some music. And I'm going to go back to 27. 27 was a good year.
Oh my gosh. Well, enjoy.
That's what I'm doing today while I eat my vegan food truck food.
All right. Send us some pictures.
Bye, y'all. I got over here. Bye, y'all.